Welcome to Bonehead Weekly.
I have officially clocked everyone who didn't clap.
Who didn't clap?
I didn't get a hurrah out of her.
That motherfucker's on the phone. I haven't even started yet.
I just want to point out, we're officially dressed like job interview, cruise casual, and Taco Bell and Red Dead Redemption on the
Taco Bell and Red Dead Redemption. Cruise casual is not bad. I didn't think the sock thing through. What do you guys think? Although I have dainty ankles.
I'm
Do you like
trying.
the socks? What's wrong with them?
They need to be a little longer.
You know what? What's wrong with my ankles? Anybody here like looking at my ankles?
You're not going to recruit people to your OnlyFans.
All right, so we have a topic tonight. Do you all want to hear it? Because we didn't actually know that Catherine Bell was going to be here, although she didn't come here. So
I'm ready. I make sure I'm backed up.
yeah, backed up. Okay, let me tell you what's on the phone.
I
You get
put
pulled
a
up.
whole jar of Metamucil before this.
This son of a bitch, literally, I will.
Did you mean?
Well, he didn't have to do the colonoscopy. So he pulls out his phone, and I look over, and mine's blank, by the way. He looks over, and all you have is a picture of your two girls.
Yeah, that's my screensaver, and then I just opened up my notes.
Oh, that's porn. You just showed me that. Oh, and now that's, what kind of porn are you watching, dude?
Your ankles.
My Little Pony.
He's a brony. Can anybody tell me what a brony is? Do you want to see my feet? Was anybody in here earlier when Lincoln or whoever got up here? Did she not ask to do what?
She said, "See them feet."
Which is funny because they're just Barney Rubble feet.
She wanted to see your feet.
Yep, that's the first time that happened. It was, and she's a big Deep Space Nine fan, which is my favorite Star Trek. So,
Same here.
oh, we got the one there. And then the missus looked at you like, shut up.
James likes Prodigy.
Okay, well, we're going to start. What's our topic?
4 hours in.
Our topic is going to be best movie or TV or any kind of
Duos. How about
Duets.
Yes.
I was gonna
Okay.
say, does that include musical?
We could include musical, absolutely. Mine.
Well, that's Kenny Rogers and Dolly Parton.
Yeah.
I was on the stream.
That is what we are.
I knew that was
what we are, isn't it?
Which one's Dolly? We.
I have the nicest rack up here.
And hair.
What's the topic?
Best pop culture
Who's
duo.
going to do it? I haven't touched it yet. I haven't had a drink. In fact, I've got to get over here on this nasty table and have my snack. Apparently, a few people in this room are supposed to buy me dinner. That's a good question.
Not me.
So, who wants to go first? Who about you? While we're doing this, we want some audience participation, okay? This is what's fun about this. The drinks.
Probably shouldn't move on to world domination.
I don't know how much you have. Who's driving you home?
That hobo at the bottom.
Why are you looking at me?
You asked the damn question.
Because I have my own goddamn problems. All right.
Damn's
So,
not a cuss word. It's in the Bible.
yeah.
And
No damn ass. I have a really bad joke, but I'm not going to
is
record
damn
it.
in the Bible?
Shit, yeah. Goddamn.
I never got past holy.
On the cover?
Yeah.
Holy?
Who wrote that?
A bunch of people. That will also start an argument in a room. All right. So, who's going first duo?
Do you want me to go since
I'm looking at you, aren't I?
I'm looking at James. James is the only one that matters.
Why is everyone baiting to James?
I don't know. I've got anime socks on. I don't know what they're from. You know what they're from? Where are they from?
MHA?
For those of us that don't know letters.
My Hero Academia.
Thank you.
Oh,
There you
that
go.
is really good.
It really is good.
Do you think it was good before you put it on the table, or did the table add a flavor?
When Chad humped the table, God damn. When Chad humped the table earlier, it added a certain mesquite.
Ooh, it's mesquite. I'm gonna get that checked out. Ooh.
Not my problem. I don't sleep with him often.
So
Go. What's your duo?
Okay, so obvious or wait till later to get into the obscure?
Well, I don't know. Maybe if we were recording a podcast, we'd move faster.
All right, I'm going to do my obvious one because I don't think this duo gets enough credit for how amazing they are. Will Smith and Martin Lawrence.
What were they in? You know I was being an asshole.
Did you ever see Black Knight?
Yep.
Yeah,
Actually, I've never seen Black Knight. You throw the C word around more than I do. You said classic. I was just joking. That was funnier in my head.
What's it like in your head?
There's nobody else.
You don't
really,
know.
really goofy right now. It's not empty. I kind of have a good time. So yeah, that's yours.
That's mine. I just think they've always played well off one another.
Oh, I remember mine now.
Other movies. You remember yours now?
Yeah, it took me. I was still So I actually gave up on this idea and kind of threw my shit away when I was like, "Oh yeah, Catherine, blah 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 blah." Did I mention she didn't
He
show
managed
up?
to send me one before this was.
I only came up with one. Do you want to hear mine? Mine's obscure, but you're going to think about it.
I don't think it's obscure.
That's because you're a big nerd.
It's not as obscure as mine's, but
Well, you just did Martin Lawrence and the guy that smacked that guy. Keep my name out of your mouth, Chad Jennings.
Hashtag timely.
I will say this: it's the only one of his I can actually still watch.
All right, so mine is a movie from the '80s that I
You
know.
talk, I'm getting a Kringle piece.
Thank you. Does anybody want more alcohol? Ask Chad. Break something. So mine is an obscure one that I love from the '80s.
Not obscure.
It's dumb as a box of rocks. Has anyone ever seen Tango and Cash? So Tango and Cash was supposed to start blah, 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 blah. They fired the director in the middle of this movie. So many things changed. It is so jacked up. But I actually think that Sly Stallone and Kurt Russell have absolutely excellent chemistry. That movie is hilarious. Jack Palance is the bad guy. We've got the great late character actor Michael J. Pollard. I'm not that high. Anyway, but Michael J. Pollard, if you've ever seen Bonnie and Clyde, anybody ever seen Bonnie and Clyde? Yeah. Okay, some of the older folks in the room. Has anybody ever seen Scrooged? He's the old guy at the bottom who's frozen that Bill Murray finds. Anyway.
He was also in Star Trek: The Original Series.
You nerd.
Yeah.
Damn right.
I'm bringing it back. So, Mike, I just love that. If you've ever seen the movie, if you've not, check it out. Like I said,
he was also in the cinematic classic Captain Boy.
Oh, God, this is one of the worst movies ever.
It's not.
Anybody ever seen Cabin Boy with Chris Elliott? One. There you go.
He was in Roxanne also.
Yeah, he is in Roxanne. That is a good movie. All right, I'll shut
You're
up.
awesome.
It's going to kick you on your penis. I didn't want to say dick. You fucking cock. Go.
That's
I
not
worry
me.
about you. I worry about you. I do.
Why did you take a pause?
Because you all have actually done damage to my brain. I went
Let's
blank.
do this.
I'll go with.
You forgot.
Yeah.
Just fucking admit that you forgot. And that you suck. And we'll go back to Chad. You can wait a minute.
Yeah, let's go back to Chad.
All right, now before we go back to Chad, because he's about to throw out some obscure shit. Who here? What are some of the ones you love?
Starsky and Hutch.
Starsky and Hutch. You're old. All right, back there with the arm up, sir.
So this is probably obscure, but Jim Carrey and Kate Winslet from
Yeah.
Sunshine.
Yeah. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Yeah. Do you want me to tell you who directed it? No, couldn't care less. That's okay. It's Michelle. So who else? That's a good one.
By the way, my answer was duo-wise, it's hard to beat Dan Aykroyd and Belushi, the Blues Brothers.
How you all went for easy ones though? I feel like
I was
Tango
the
and
only
Cash.
easy one.
I feel like Tango and Cash is way more. Yeah. Yes,
But-
sir.
60 years in the making. It's a whiteboard.
Yeah.
60 years in the making of.
And we're talking about Holy, the dynamic duo of Burt Ward and Adam West.
Yeah.
So I never met either one of them.
I met him at like a World of Wheels.
Was Adam West nice?
I think he was.
Okay, Mary Ann says he's nice. Okay, cool. Thank you. All right. Anybody else before Chad goes? Because he'll never shut up. All right, Chad.
You know who's saying that statement, right?
Yep.
Okay, just checking. Okay, so since that one was 2 on the nose, I'll go for everybody loves Peter Weller, RoboCop, right? And he's done a lot of obscure action films with other people. Like, for example, he's in a great movie called Shakedown with Sam Elliott. I didn't go that one. What?
I thought I heard. Oh, but it was the door open.
Okay. I got to go Peter Weller and Robert Hayes, 50-50. Robert Hayes being the lead actor of Airplane.
I don't know it either.
Nobody does, and that's the best part about this, because nobody has seen it, and they play so well off each other. You got Peter Weller, who's a somewhat serious but can have comedic notes, and Robert Hayes, who's trying like hell to be a real action star, but it's still Robert Hayes. And they bounce off one another very well.
Who knows who Robert Hayes is?
I just said it.
Oh, you did? You told him about Airplane? I didn't hear Airplane. I heard RoboCop with Peter Weller, but I didn't hear that part.
I said RoboCop like 20 minutes ago.
I know.
Isn't that 50-50 the one with Joseph Gordon-Levitt?
No, different movie.
Oh.
No, 50-50, that's where he's dying. You've seen that
Yeah,
because
yeah.
that was an actual movie and
Yeah,
not
no,
made up in Chad's
so
head.
that movie is 50/50. This is FIFTY/FIFTY. See the difference?
Oh my God, I had somebody argue with me the other day the titles in a Godzilla film, and you're
Oh,
just
my
as
Lord.
bad. All right,
So yeah, Robert Hayes,
James.
Patrick Weller.
I never came
Peter
up with the
Weller.
second one. James, what's yours?
I was
James.
just gonna see if he was gonna say Peter Weller again.
Peter.
James, these people want to go out and drink and do illicit drugs.
When you're hot, you're hot. We gotta talk about Burt Reynolds and Jerry Reed.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, well, thank you. That's the second time Burt Reynolds has come up on this stage as a topic.
Because Smokey and the Bandit, most people know, but they're also in.
Yeah.
No, that's
Hey.
Paul Williams Ribbon.
Yeah. Oh, he didn't give me a ribbon. Little bastard.
He hated you.
But most people know Smokey and the Bandit, but they're also together in Gator,
Yeah.
Stoker Ace.
Jerry Reed's not Stroker Ace.
Is he not?
No.
That's Jim Neighbors.
Jim
Oh,
Neighbors. Who went on to have like a macadamia farm in Hawaii or some shit, right?
Yeah, but he also had other issues. Anyway,
So, okay.
but yeah, no,
That's a good one.
any time they're together in film, it's a good time.
I stand corrected. Jerry Reed is in Stroker Ace.
He is not the main partner there, but he is.
So who is the main partner?
It is Jim Neighbors.
How many of you even know what the hell Stroker Ace is?
Dale Earnhardt's in it.
Chad, go.
You remember that other movie they were in? Boogie Night? Not Boogie Night. I didn't say it. I didn't put
Why
that.
hold on. Why does Chad have to pay, but I don't have to?
Because he said he would.
Oh, well, that's stupid.
Yeah, I told him when he said.
Oh, by the way, I owe him like $50 too. So
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
no, I hadn't.
That's the movie that Burt Reynolds turned down terms of endearment to make.
Oh,
It was a
strip
good
tease, you
Oscar
mean?
for him.
No, in terms of endearment, he turned down to make Stroker Ace. If that's
Oh.
true. Have anybody seen Terms of Endearment? Jack Nicholson won an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor. Burt Reynolds turned that down. Chad.
All right. Just to keep ticking Joe off more, David Allen Greer, Damon Wayans, Blank Man.
At least it wasn't men on books.
That movie is directed by a guy named Mike Binder. What?
I have the original motion.
Oh, can I say something? Google it, bitch.
Yes, thank you. But I mean, really, you'd be saying.
Mike Binder. Well, the reason why I like Mike Binder is he did a really small movie called Indian Summer, and it has my favorite director in it, Sam Raimi playing Stick. He's the angry guy, but Sam Raimi is him and John Carpenter, but really Sam Raimi are my favorite directors of all time. And
Russ Meyer.
yeah, because I love static shots and titties. Once again, Google that. That's what Russ Meyer made.
Sexploitation.
Sexploitation films, and had a good time doing it.
My only friend in high school thought it would be great if he set me down for a weekend and just showed me nothing but Russ Meyer films, and I never wanted to go watch a movie with him again.
The thing stopped recording.
It's fine.
Is it just me or does Mike Binder look like Nathan Lane?
He does a little bit.
Yeah.
He did a couple other movies that some people know. One with Ben Affleck or something. But anyway, yeah, that's a terrible movie. Blank Man is by all means. If any of you seen Blank Man, please raise your hand. Kathy, you've seen every terrible comedy that came out in the late 90s.
I might have seen it, but I wouldn't admit it.
Right.
Tell them the plot of Blank Man, bitch.
So it's these two brothers who are being raised by their grandmother. They live in the projects. Their grandmother gets killed, and then the Damon Wayans plays this nerdy, introverted guy who can suddenly creates a formula that can turn his outfits bulletproof. And he's a nerd who can't fight, but he becomes the Blank Man. And him and Damon Wayans, yes, they had In Living Color together, but they played excellent off one another. And there are a lot of great jokes in that movie.
Okay. James, go while I'm pouring drinks.
So James Joe can still yet to actually provide it.
I'm fascinated by Joe doing this. I also can't look straight right now because he's standing right in front of me, bent over.
You're not gonna look straight.
I mean,
why are you gonna look straight?
Why?
It reminds me of the plains of Kansas.
That's really
Joe's
weird.
ass or
Let the
like
roles
me?
reverse.
All right. What are some of the more famous? Thank you. I am into bald men. So, what are some of the really famous ones? Because you said, see, there's some animated ones. We haven't talked about Tom and Jerry. Where else?
I mean,
Bugs and Daffy. But I don't think that one works because they were.
I'd say Bugs and Elmer Fudd.
Just based on Chad's backpack alone. Beaker.
And Bunsen.
And
Benson, yeah. Chad's favorite is Beaker. That's the one. So the Boneheads argue about a lot. If you're not familiar with our show, I always question people going, you guys, I was like, you never listen to the show if you think we agree on anything. We argue on everything. But the Muppets and Ghostbusters, right?
yeah, that's pretty much the only thing we agree on.
Yes, and our hatred of Nicolas Cage.
I
think
will
Nicolas
come
Cage.
to your house and I will kill what you love. Not your family, but I'll take your toys.
So what are some of the animated ones you all like? Yes, ma'am.
So I have two.
And I'm going to eat this while you're talking because this went to this and that went to my head.
So one is not animated. One of them is Matthew Lillard and Ski Orange. My second one is going to be Shaggy and Scooby. That can be in real life and animated because it is both. So, right.
Okay.
What about Laurel and Hardy?
Laurel and
That's
Hardy.
the essential original.
Yeah, I was going to say Abbott and Costello, but I mentioned it in the previous episode, so I omitted it for this one.
I thought I saw, well, I'll go Barbara and then Melissa. Barbara, yeah.
Bruce Willis and Sybil Shepherd in Moonlight.
Ooh, if you're of a certain age, absolutely.
They hated each other.
She just told me to shut her horse mouth. It's okay. We all turn 60. That's how you
Not all
know.
of us, actually. Some people die.
We know them. They didn't make it. God damn, when we get old.
I bet Randy Quaid has Sybil Shepherd stories.
What'd you say? Richard Pryor and Gene Wilder, another excellent choice. Absolutely, absolutely. What's your favorite one?
I don't know. I got nothing. I'm half.
Mine is See No, Hear No Evil. It's really not. Stir Crazy has some good scenes in it, but yeah, See No Evil, Hear No Evil. There's just a famous line of Richard Pryor. He plays a blind guy, and Gene Wilder's deaf, and they have hijinks ensue. But Richard Pryor's standing there. You mean we're not white? I don't know. It just it takes up space that I'll never give up. That you laugh so hard, it's like that makes me happy. Just makes me happy.
Too, right?
Yeah, Silver Streak. That's where the story is. Yeah, there's a great interview with because Gene wasn't as much of an abuser as Richard, and he's either drunk or high or both. Talking about how hot Gene was. Have you ever heard this? He's talking about Gene. Google it, and he's just like, yeah, Gene's like, there's white dudes out here want to fuck Gene. So hot.
I don't Google anything. Duck, duck, go.
All right, so Google that later. It's hilarious, and I'll just
Screw that. Just to hate him, bing it.
Ask Jeeves.
Ask Jeeves. There's a throwback. I miss Ask Jeeves.
You still got your dial up there?
By the way, I will throw out something that's a little bit more recent.
What?
Phineas and Ferb.
Ooh, Phineas and Ferb's another good one. Yeah. And then the family from Gravity Falls. We can talk about Dipper and
Mabel.
Dave Deeper. So Gravity Falls and Bluey are two of the best shows in the last 20 years. They are not written for children. They are written for the family. Like really good Pixar films are written for a family. Like you can access them here and then here. And Gravity Falls is a great example. Bluey is another one. Oh my God. Is anybody here for that Bluey panel a couple of years ago that I did? Yeah, I when I got up and introduced it, I was going through some stuff and it just hit me. And it's one of my saddest moments that I just cried because it was something cute. It's something my son and I just sat and watched. Yeah, got to me. Yeah. He's right. He's right. I was disappointed in myself that a tear came down.
James?
James is no. He was asking questions. I know. Oh, and Melissa didn't give hers. You had your hand up earlier. No, what is it? Yes, ma'am. The other one's a genius. The other is insane. No, 90s cartoons.
Beavis and Butthead.
Beavis and Butthead.
And they did a movie too.
Yeah.
So hold on. Do we call them a duo when they're voiced by the same man?
I don't know. I was always more of a Daria guy.
Yeah.
We've been sleeping with the same man for years. That was a good one. Thank you. Anybody else?
Cow and chicken.
Cow and chicken? I hadn't thought of that one, but all right. Oh shit.
How can I forget that?
I can't believe we forgot that one too. I have stories about both of them, but my favorite one's about Jay.
One of my favorite animated, Randall, and it's gonna have to be Peter Griffin and Cleveland Brown.
Oh, that one's good. So you want the Jay story? I'll give you the short version. He was here at Comic Con a few years ago, and I've met him actually a couple of times. He's actually wonderfully nice. And I have a wonderful story about him spending time with my son behind the scenes talking about Venom in Owensboro, Kentucky. That genuinely, that human being is a good person. I don't give a shit what he did before. He's gold. But that's not the story I want to tell. It was Sunday morning. He was here several years ago. And the Star Wars Collectors Club, whatever they're called. I actually belong to them.
501?
No, the 501 is the people who
Cosplay.
cosplay. No, the actual Collectors Club. I actually hosted it in my house one time and realized this is a bad idea. I'm not a Star Wars fan. I am a Star Wars fan, but I'm not a Star Wars. I'm not that. Whatever that is.
I remember that.
I'm not that. Whatever that is. And Jay was walking down the aisle. I don't know why I happened to be in front of him, and they were like, "Hey, Jay, yeah, why don't we give you a shirt? You want a shirt at the Star Wars Collectors Club? Yeah, I'll take a shirt. What's your size, Jay?" I will not pantomime what he did, but let's just say that he screamed out, "Magnum!" Magnum is an extra large condom. Your turn.
Nope, I'm muting.
I think you all better give the kids some bourbon.
Which
You
kid?
didn't forget this one right here.
She's 16. I held
I
her
know,
when she was a
we're trying to
baby.
reserve what's left of her mind after this.
We've all held our babies together. It's yeah.
Remember my first one you held underwater?
I remember the first thing I ever bought for her was a onesie that said "Crack Baby."
And then you wore it at Cracker Barrel? Is that where you wore it? Cracker Barrel, right?
Cracker Barrel. I swear to God, that's no shit. That's his 16-year-old daughter. I have literally held her the night she was born, and right after her first gift I gave her was a Crack Baby onesie.
I still have her photo wearing that saved on my phone.
Yep.
We wore it to Scarefest as well, and it didn't get a response there. But I can tell you
At the Cracker Barrel.
that I took her. She was riding on my shoulders once as I would walk through Kroger, the grocery store, and this was the best response I ever got. This very nice little old lady came up, and she said, "If that's true, that's the healthiest crack baby I've ever seen." And I just went, "Yes, ma'am."
You were a tubby lumpkin. You were adorable, but you ate big fat cheese.
You were healthy.
So did his daughter. So does my son. Actually, both of your daughters.
Well, if you want them, you don't want. I mean, it's a sign of health.
Yeah.
In babies.
Yeah.
And me-
Congratulations, both of your spawn turned out okay.
Well,
So it's your turn.
You want me to do another one?
Do you have another one? Sure. We'll have one more and then we'll go around and do a little bit for you all and leave. Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Han and Chewbacca.
That's a good one. What do you think about Chewbacca and Han? Anyway, do your third.
I've done 3, but I'll do a 4th one.
What?
Ready?
Yeah.
Kiefer Sutherland, Woody Harrelson, Cowboy Way.
That is the worst fucking movie.
No.
That piece of shit. And I knew a guy. You remember Doug?
Hold on. Here's the best part about the Cowboy Way. How many here love Stranger Things? The mom. If you want to see a movie where she plays a Cuban immigrant, the Cowboy Way.
Just remember.
No, not Winona Ryder. Fred Wolfhard's mom.
Yeah, the other one. Okay, the next thing is that The Cowboy Way. Horrible movie.
Good movie.
I knew a guy, we both knew a guy in college that loved that movie, and I swear to God, one night when I said that is the worst piece of shit ever, I thought he was going to actually lose his shit.
It's actually entertaining, and by the way, he's in it.
Real quick, let me make.
It's Luis Guzman. He plays Gomez Adams in the Wednesday show.
Let me make Joe feel even worse about calling that the worst movie. You know, the perfect duo of all filmdom. The Master and
I
Torgo.
knew he was going to do it. Does anybody even know what he's talking about? It's considered the worst movie of all time. What's the name of it, James?
Manos.
Manos.
Hands of Faith.
Oh my god, yes.
It's unwatchable.
It's out of focus sometimes. It loops on itself.
It's way better in ST3K.
Oh, yeah. It's the only way. A friend of mine, because I like the MST3K version, got me the. Did you hit your own ankle, Precious?
I hit my ankle with the microphone.
Haven't you had surgery on
Yeah, not lately.
that one? No.
Now, when you escaped from the planet,
Damn, I forgot to shave my legs. You want to look at him? What do you mean? Was it your daughter?
she is.
You've seen me topless. I don't want to hear it. Keep drinking, Mike. That was it. You want to hear a funny story? This is just for you. I brought that for Jared.
Wow.
But that's another story that he told. Apparently, I stole his bottle that I brought to him. Anyway, please tell your story.
No, I would say, man.
Man, I'll say hands of faith. Anybody else got one more before we go?
Yeah, what's his name? He-Man, and isn't it like Orca? Is that the
Orko.
Orko. That's
She's an hour into that. I want you to hear that sentence she just said. That is the nerdiest thing you've ever said.
Oh, the Boondock Saints.
The Boondock Saints? Oh my God. Was anybody in Owensboro when they finally got the director of that movie there? There's a great.
Troy Duffy.
Troy Duffy. There's a documentary about it called Overnight. Yeah.
I'll do one for James.
Yeah.
Vincent Price and Peter Lorre.
That's good.
Mhm.
That's good.
Or Peter Cushing and Christopher Lee, if we want to talk about that, but they're always enemies. Anybody know who Peter Cushing and Christopher Lee are? Other than, you don't know who they are? Really? I'm looking at you. I know you don't, but I'm looking at you.
Marv Tarkin and Saul Run.
That's where the liquor's intro. So, hey, if you want to drink, come on up and get one last one before we go. Thank you all so much for coming to this tonight. I hope it didn't suck too bad. I will see you tomorrow at 12 o'clock for Christopher Lloyd. Now, thank you. I know most of you follow us in here all the time, and I really appreciate it. We have never made a dime off of Bonehead. In fact, it literally costs me money every month. It means a lot to us, and we get to share this with, I don't know, am I supposed to say something sentimental? Yeah, fuck you people. Only if you smack me.
Oh,
God,
okay.
you're so filled with hate. So thank you
Only
all
if you
so
smack him or you're bluey.
Thank you. Oh, yeah. There you go. Thank you all so much. I'm going to. I was told your people are taking me to dinner. Thank you. All right. See you out.